So guys, you have your performance management exam soon. I thought why not discuss some of the key tips and tricks to handle your performance management exam better and ensure that you get the score that you are aiming for. A small list of tips that will really help you in the exam. Tip number one of the key aspects in your performance management paper is the entire list of formulas that you have. You have formulas in break-even analysis, you have formulas in CVP, you have an entire list in the topic on variance analysis and other stray formulas here and there. Make sure that you read the formulas twice and ensure that you know which is the right formula to use when you are approaching a particular question. Tip number 2, you will have certain questions on graphs and diagrams. Now, it could be a linear programming question, it could be a question on decision making. You are not required to prepare the diagram or plot the graph in your exam, but you are expected to be able to read it. So make sure that you understand which variables are plotted where, how do you read a particular diagram, how do you read a decision tree. For example, a decision tree question, when it comes to you, you have to analyze the tree right to left. Or when you are looking at a linear programming related graph, you should know how do the constraints work in, what are the points of intersection, what is the ISO contribution line. Make sure that you revise these aspects because these are easy marks that you can score in the paper. Tip number 3, your performance management paper has a whole lot of questions which are theory based. Now theory based questions will be tested in section A, section B and section C throughout. One important aspect that you need to consider in section C theory questions is you have to prepare a mind map in terms of how you want to write that particular answer. Usually the recommended approach is, say for example, the question says that this is an entity XYZ with certain set of circumstances given, and they are asking you, is zero based budgeting the right approach for this particular company, or this company wants to introduce a new MIS, how should it be, or what are the factors you should take into consideration. Always introduce the concept first in a line. What is MIS? Write 2 lines about it. What is zero based budgeting? Write 2-3 lines about it so that the examiner knows you know what you are talking about. Step 1, introduce the concept. Step 2, write down the facts of the case. And I don't want you to write an essay on it, but just 4-5 key pointers that this company is currently going through this phase, and 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 points which are kind of crucial for this company. Then correlate zero based budgeting with the points that you have written as facts of the case, or correlate MIS with those facts of the case, and then see how you can justify the use of zero based budgeting, or you can justify why a particular MIS makes more sense. So instead of straight away jumping to the answer, go in a stepwise planned fashion that will yield you more marks. Now, even amongst theory questions, you would have noticed that topics like pricing, budgeting, the topic on information technology, systems and data analytics, this has a higher chance of getting tested under theory. So make sure that you revise this part well once before the paper, and make sure that you write the answer in a planned fashion. Also, this part can be tested in your MCQs, so cover one topic and that helps you score a lot of marks in all the 3 sections. One topic that has a high chance of getting tested in section C is the unit on performance measurement. Now, if you have observed the questions from that unit, there is no fixed answer. There is no fixed approach to answering these questions. What you have to do is, you have to understand what is the business model that they are discussing. Identify where exactly are the issues. A question could say, compare 2004 results with 2003 results and tell us whether 2004 is better than 2003. Now, look at the metrics in 2003, see if the company has performed better in 2004. Give a qualitative twist to your answer instead of just focusing on numbers. What do I mean by qualitative twist? Issues like turnaround time, delivery time, number of customer complaints, depending on what data is given in the question, ensure that a qualitative aspect is also introduced in your answer. That will give you more marks. And one topic which students are often scared about, which is one of the easier topics according to me, is standard costing and variance analysis. If you have learned the formulas, great. Say for example, you forget a formula while attempting the exam. Big deal, not a problem. Think like a rational person. Under these circumstances, is my expense greater than what I have planned? It indicates that the variance is adverse. Are my sales greater than what I have planned? It means it is favorable. Similarly, for efficiency, labor efficiency variance, overheads related variances, think like a rational person. From a cost perspective, am I doing more than budgeted? Adverse. From an income side perspective, am I doing more than budgeted? Favorable. So develop your own logics. In case you forget the formulas in the exam, there are bright chances you will get the right answer. Most important, do not panic. If you are unable to attempt a question, or if you feel that this is going to take a lot of time, drop it for the time being, move on to a simpler question and then come back. And when it comes to the multiple choice questions, there is no negative marking. If at all you are left with the last 5 minutes, take an educated guess, pick an answer. I am not saying take a random guess, take an educated guess, pick an answer. There is no negative marking, you have nothing to lose. If you have liked the specific points that I discussed, hit on the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel and share this video with other friends of yours who will be attempting this paper. And for any queries, do not hesitate to reach out to us in the comment section below.